Welcome to my video on how to fix the alchemy format in Magic the Gathering. First, a disclaimer. This is purely my opinion and is extremely speculative, particularly in my discussion on market audience for formats, and my ideas involve a rather extreme change in order to make a product for a specific audience. For those who like alchemy and are not in this audience, I understand you will have strong opinions on the matter. While I welcome a discussion, please be civil in the comment section. With that said, Wizards should utilize the fact that alchemy is considered separate from many traditional formats and embrace it. There are two steps to effectively utilize this. One is through different monetization, and the other is their approach to balancing. Monetization could be done via season passes, since any attempt to fix the economy has to add extra complexity to deal with nerfs, which exacerbates an already bad problem. A pass would let you play any card in alchemy whether you owned it or not. They already have rotation as a system that can mark when a season is. They at least have some of the development required to implement this, as shown by events that let you play any card even if you don't own them. It may be harder to do this in a queue that has a mixture of season holders and non-season holders, but I think it's not that big of a jump, but I'm not a developer, so I don't know for sure. The biggest threat to this idea is that Magic is determined to be a niche game for whales rather than a game with mass market appeal. However, they might be able to have their cake and eat at least some of it. A lot of the sweaty players, who would have to be at least a notable portion of the whales, don't consider alchemy a real format, and so would stick to whatever they play. Even a pass system wouldn't give cosmetics, which gives additional opportunities to milk whales who play alchemy. Because they don't have to worry about the specifics of monetization as much, they can completely change how they handle new cards, only adding cards when they want to make or reinforce an archetype. For example, if they wanted to make green-white Enchantress to have removal that can't be removed itself, they could add something like 1 white, exile target non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of enchantments you control. They would still need a pack system for rotation and limited, but they could gradually add cards to pack instead of unleashing them all in one go. Aiming for a balanced meta is really reaching far too short. Bi-weekly changes aren't for balance, but just for spicing things up, without large parts of the player bases being upset about their collections being nerfed, is an opportunity unlocked by the changes in monetization. A lot of people, myself included, would love to brew decks, but A, don't want to work out the most efficient way to spend money to build a deck, and B, don't want to spend money on a deck that will get thrashed, especially by meta decks. This would mean it wouldn't bite too much into other formats, as a lot of players who play Constructed play it to play pre-designed strong decks, and they prefer gameplay to brewing decks. This could eat into games that are already rebalancing regularly and have very different economies to facilitate this, like Hearthstone. Thanks for watching. Please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing. I'm curious if my viewers are humans or bots scraping the websites after all.